Hello, my name is Mike Pfaff, and this is my YouTube channel, Living in the Illusion. Well, now, last time we got together, we talked about how to create your world. And I invited you to come along and take a look at how you're doing that, because you don't know you're doing that. You think there is a real world and you are living in that real world. So I invited you to come along because it's in the illusion. And you don't recognize that you're creating the world that you have along with all of the problems that you have. Ha! So, and how that's done is you take in information from your senses about the energy system that's outside of you, and you take that data in and then filter it through what you know, which is your experiences with life. And those experiences are only memories. And so you select certain parts of that based upon the input data, and you create your world inside of you. Unfortunately, we don't really know where the inside of you is. Oh, you thought it was the body. You thought it inside the body. No, you're not your body. You're something grander than your body. But you do have some things going on which are considered inside, like your beliefs and your values and your moral judgments and your experiences with life. So all of these are held in a place called your subconscious mind. So you have a conscious mind and a subconscious mind. And basically it's all mind, but we segregate it into those two realms. And the biggest and the grandest and the one that holds the most information and the one that runs your life is the subconscious mind. And the one that you're aware of and think that that's all there is the conscious mind. So between these two, one very, very, very small compared to the other one, which is very, very, very big, connected with a whole bunch of stuff. Guess which one is the biggest and the one that determines your life? You're right, the subconscious mind. So there's much to talk about. Oh, there's an awful lot to talk about here in the illusion. Now this week, though, because we can't stand still, we have to move forward. The question, hey, do you need a change now? Do you need a change? Do you need to change now? Oh, that's a double-edged sword. Because if you recognize you need a change, you can only change now. You can't change tomorrow. And you can't change yesterday. The only time you can change is right now. And change is very challenging. Now, I wrote a lot of stuff in the description, so you might want to take a look at that. Change, basic. See, all of your current behavior is all programmed. Behind every behavior you have is a belief system that it's the right thing to do, or you wouldn't do it. Now, on a conscious level, you're going to say, well, no, I don't want that. I don't want this extra weight. I don't want this feeling of inadequacy. I don't want all that stuff on a conscious level. But on a subconscious level, where everything is, that's the way you're programmed. And so change is breaking programming, breaking old beliefs and starting new beliefs. Beliefs aren't written in stone. They're written in silly putty, and you can change them. And isn't it magnificent to recognize that? So, I'm going to draw a little model, and I won't be able to cover the whole thing in this video, but we'll get a good start. And as you know, we always seem to come back to the same kind of subjects from time to time. Today I am having a Japanese green tea. I get all my, now this is a loose tea. I have a little tea bag. I bought it off Amazon, 400 tea bags that I can put loose leaf tea in. And I get most of my loose leaf tea at the Eastern Market. There's a lady there, Mary, and Mary sells all kinds of stuff for tea. Paraphernalia as well as loose leaf tea. She doesn't have any bag tea in little bags. And so I got to get little bags to put her tea in. We affectionately call her Teacup Mary. And she blends her own teas. She does tea lectures. She's well known for her expertise in tea blending and making. So if you get down there, stop in and see Mary. Now in a moment, we're going to come back and I'll set up a model on the whiteboard around change. And this will be a little different than you may have thought about the process of change in the past. So stick around. We're going to have some more fun. So see you in a moment. Welcome back. And thanks for sticking around. Now, on our whiteboard, we have that question. Do you want to change? Now, unfortunately, I didn't put a question mark. I put a exclamation point. And let me see, I think I'm not getting all of that in. So I'm going to adjust a little bit. There's the exclamation point. And now, so the important thing is change. Everything changes. Everything changes, including us. Sorry, I got to do a little adjusting here. But uh, all is going to be well, as far as I can tell. In a second. Okay. So here's what we have. Do you want to change? Changes everywhere. Everything changes. But what we're concerned about is our change. So I've got a little diagram here, right in the center. This little circle represents you and your process of change. So on one side, we have what you want. On the other side, we said, this is what you are. This is the true side. This is what's really you, based upon your experiences with life and your memories of the past and your belief system. This is what's over here. Basically, subconscious mind. Now over here, we have what you want. And what you want is not true for you now, because you want it. This is where, when you start manifesting, this is what you want to manifest. What you want. This is the change. This is what you have. This is what you want. Now, it doesn't matter if it's in relationship, if it is relationships that you want to change, or physical things like reduce your weight, or it is around other aspects of your life, getting a different job, getting a different home, moving to another, whatever the change is coming up. This is the truth. This is not true. Again, I got to say this because it's so counterintuitive. We don't recognize that this is who we are. This is what we want to be. Who we are is held in place by your belief system, your value system, who you believe yourself to be. This is who you are. Over here, this is who you want to be. This is not true. This is true. Very important. Change takes what is true and tries to push in what isn't true for you at this moment. Now, let's us take an example. If you, let's say, extra weight. You're carrying a little extra weight and you want something different. Or you might be carrying a lot of weight. So over here, we have you. Now, I'll tie these two together. You got a little extra weight on you. Over here, nice and slim. Isn't that nice? That's my little stick figure. Now, So you want to go from what is true for you to what is not true for you. Not true. But this is what you want, because it's slim and trim and makes you look young, and this is a little lumpy. So you want to get over here. Now, there's all kinds of ways of doing that. There are diets, there are exercises, there are affirmations, there are all kinds of vision boards, all kinds of ways to move you from here, which is true, to here, which is not true for you. You see the problem here. You are wanting what isn't true to be true. You probably never thought of change like that. You probably thought, oh no, this is going to be better for me, so I'll do it because it's going to be better for me. I'll have better health, I'll live longer, all that kind of stuff. So there's the problem. This is who you are. This is what you want to be. This is a wannabe side. So you do those things. You manifest. You diet. You exercise. You do all of those techniques, and there are many books and YouTube videos on how to do that. Here's the problem. I mentioned it in the last video. When you get this, and you will, if you follow any of those paths, you'll do that. You'll make a change. Your diet will, because if you eat less, you're going to lose weight. That's one of the things. You can fast. That's a quick way. Problems with that, but that's a quick way. So now here you are. You're here. Recall the subconscious mind, where all your programming is. You overrode your programming to get this. And so, after you get this, in a week or a month or a year, you stop the diet. This is your programming that you did not change. This is the result. Cause and effect. This is an effect of your programming. Now you stopped overriding the program. Are you going to put more weight on? Because this is the truth for you. This is not true. You overrode the program. Now you take the program down. You don't exercise as much. You don't hold close to your diet. You do all those kind of things. This comes back. Why? That's your program. That's the cause of you having this effect. If you don't change the program, this will slide over here. Now, once you recognize that, because you have the truth of who you are based upon your programming and your past experiences and your belief system, and the universe is telling you this is who you are. In the egoic world, you say, oh, I want to be slim, I want to be trim, I want to live forever, and I want to be healthy. So I'm going to do this. But it's not true unless you recognize God changed the program. If you don't change the program, you will struggle with this. You might be able to maintain it, because when you see yourself slipping back, you'll move back into those patterns that keeps us. But it'll always be a struggle until you change this. Now, how do you change that? I've said that in past videos. You got to heal your past. Your programming comes out of the past. There's something in the past that is keeping you stuck, believing this is the truth for you. You can have this. But you have to be gentle with yourself and heal, change your programming that's in the subconscious mind and out of your conscious awareness. And how many people have gone on a diet and did wonderful, whether it's reducing carbs or sugar or whatever you want to go on, you can make wonderful changes. But over time, you slip back to here because this is who you believe yourself to be. Do you recognize if you want to change, you have to look at your programming. This will work for a New York minute. And then slowly, even people that say bariatric surgery, go in and have surgery, so extreme, to have this shape, have this. Of course, it's not true, but they want to make it true. And after some period of time, after the operation, a year or 2 or 3 or 4, they're back to here. It's not by accident. It's not because they want it. It's because of their belief system and not changing their programming and healing the past problems that they have. Change is always happening. And your programming, until you change it, is going to cause you to be who you believe yourself to be. So give that some thought and recognize you can change this. So what you have to do, that's what affirmations are. That's why you've got to be so persistent in your affirmations and do them daily, 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 until the truth moves from here to here. It's not haphazard. It's not affirmations. They're all going to think happy thoughts 2 or 3 times a day. No, there is a process of doing it, but the process will change your programming if you follow it. And if you change your programming, you can have what you want. But it's not an easy step. And most people will stop their affirmations before this transition happens and the non-truth becomes true for them. Oh, we have much to talk about here in the illusion. Stay tuned. More adventures are coming. Oh, yes. The course. I don't want to forget that because it kind of lets you know that, I'm not making this stuff up. Okay, Course in Wisdom, a wisdom of the Course. They, miracles, they undo the past, which is your programming. Miracles undo the past in the present. They undo the past in the present. You can't change the past. But when you move into the present, this is the present, you can make changes. When you change the present, when you change your programming in the present, you release the future to be what you want. So you take this, the past, into the present and heal it, and then you release the future to be whatever you want. Now that's one. And the references will be in the description. The ego, we haven't talked about the ego, we should probably do that, invests heavily in the past. And in the end, believes that the past is the only aspect of time that is important. That's why, for most of us, we live in the past. We're always talking about the past, getting back, making memories of the past, showing pictures of the past, living in the past. Part of the ego. Now, there's one other reference I wanted to bring from the Course, and this is again around the ego. The ego's rule is the way that the ego has you operate. The rule is seek diligently, but not find. Seek to change this to this, but not work, because you want to work here. You don't want to play with this, your programming. Most processes of change have nothing to do with healing the past. It has to do with changing the future or changing the present. That's why they don't work. That's why if you go on YouTube or other places, you'll find all they talk about is, well, a change. Let's do that. You do this and you do this and you'll change. Unless you change this, it's problematic. What will happen? Now, I got to remind you, these are kind of exciting times, and so subscribe below and hit the like button, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time we get together here in the illusion. Bye now.